the Brown boys, the Brown boys, the Brown boys, we the Brown boys, the Brown boys, we the Brown boys. Y'all, we're not here to judge, all right? We're here to talk about this. Bam! The president. Now let's skim through some of this because I know Trump is talking. We got to get to some of the hot points. We don't want you guys to get bored. Y'all know, we know y'all don't like Trump. But look at all the black folk.
Careful, don't fall, Ben. If you fall, that's the end. You can never recover from a fall. You know, if you can make the greatest speech ever, but if you fall.
Ben Carson, the guy nobody liked. All the black men that achieved some great things, we seem to figure out a way to hate him. Ben Carson was a poor black man, taught himself to read, taught himself to work. I don't know. He ended up being a doctor, worked on the brain, worked on all sorts of things. He's helped with all type of things. Dr. Ben Carson, but we hate him.
Oh, my predecessor taught me that. So is Scott doing a good job, Ben?
He's doing the best job ever.
Come on, say that. I like that.
So one of the reasons I was so high on Scott Turner is he was really the driving force behind the opportunity zones, which doesn't get nearly the attention that it should. But it was because President Trump realized that the best way to get things done is through public-private partnerships and have everybody with skin in the game. And it is working, as are all the other things that he's been recommending. And at some point, the mainstream media will recognize that you don't politicize everything. You open your eyes and your ears and you look and you see what works and you deal with that. But the best thing about Scott, he's got a lot of energy. You know, I'm an old man now. I'll be 75 on my next birthday. And I'm not like President Trump. He just goes forever. But no one else is like that. But Scott Turner, we call him the Energizer.
All right. Diddy locked up and Epstein is dead. Now slow down, Dr. Ben. Come on now. Calling another man. You about to call another man the Energizer Bunny, and you just said Trump can go on forever. Now hit the pause button, chill out, do something now. I'm trying to help you, Dr. Ben.
Bunny, and he is doing a fantastic. No one else is like that, but Scott Turner, we call him the Energizer Bunny, and he is doing a fantastic job. And I want to congratulate all the people at HUD because most of them have come back and continued with what we're doing during the first Trump term, and it's fantastic.
Well, just very briefly, thank you, Mr. President. We are so grateful for your leadership and for your heart for America. And Dr. Carson, who is a tremendous just leader, servant leader, and been a great mentor to me. And, you know, I never thought that I would see today where I'm standing between the president and Dr. Ben Carson. That's pretty cool. Yeah. And so I just want to say to everyone that's here, you know, as we celebrate this special day in not only Black history, but American history, this year that we've been here, you know, under President Trump, the Lord has been so gracious to us and he's been faithful. And the president has been a tremendous leader in his work ethic, his heart for people. And when he says America first, he really does mean America first. Yeah.
All right. CNN is going to report on this. These are two bootlicking coons up here supporting Trump. That's what they're going to report on it. These are two bootlicking coons that are supporting Donald Trump and they're against black people. But every time you see black people talk about Trump, they're talking about him in a positive way. But when you hear the media talk about Trump, they're talking about him in a negative way. And they're talking about the black people who is talking about Trump. They're open up to all type of scrutiny. So I just don't know. Y'all got to figure it out. I don't know nothing. I'm slow.
And so, and to be able to stand on the shoulders of Dr. Ben Carson and for the president to trust Dr. Carson at his word is truly humbling for me. And so to stand now as the servant leader and the secretary of HUD, I'm grateful to the Lord. I'm grateful to the president and Dr. Carson. And I promise you, we will continue to do good work and to make not just housing affordable and everybody achieve the American dream, but really to bring transformation and so that those that are in our country who depend on subsidies and this, that, and the other will get off of that and live a life of self-sustainability. So God bless y'all.
Thank you. And Ben mentioned opportunity zones. We did that. And I want to thank Tim Scott because he really, that was his baby. That was his baby. And he did a great job with it. We appreciate it. And again, Candy, thank you very much for being here. Special woman. Ben's getting the Presidential Medal of Freedom. That's the biggest. It's the highest award you can have outside of the Congressional Medal of Honor. But it's better because, you know, a lot of people get the Congressional Medal of Honor. They're not around. You get them, they're not around. Whereas we don't have to go that far, generally speaking. But it's the highest award, civilian. And then you have the matching is the Congressional Medal of Honor, both tremendous. So Ben, I'll be seeing you back here pretty soon, I think, and you're going to get the award. You'll probably fill up this room. I said, we'll do it in the Oval Office. He said, sir, it's not big enough. I said, so we're going to do it right here, okay? And we love it. I'd like to also thank senior counsel to the Assistant Attorney General. He's a fantastic man. He's been my friend for a long time, Leo Terrell. There's no better. We have time, right? Do we have time? Yes. Anybody have to go? Like, come on up here, Leo. Get up here. This guy, he says it like it is. I like Leo. Come here, Leo. Look at you, spry. 2.0. Leo 2.0.
Now I want y'all to look at all these black people having a good time. I want you to look at all these black people respecting each other, loving up on each other. Then I want to show y'all something. I want to show y'all the other side of the coin. I want to show y'all what this black man said.
9.9% of the time, it is wrong for a white person to call a black person the N-word, but we may have found the exception.
Black leftists are never beating the Coon allegations because what the fuck do you mean a white person is justified in calling a black person a house N-word? I don't give a fuck if a black person is an ICE or a police officer. There is no justification for a white person to be calling him a house N-word. Do you not know how much of a slippery slope that is and how much you give an inch to white people and they will take a fucking mile? You allow them to say that. Next thing they're going to do is, oh, if I disagree with this person as a leftist and they're a liberal, I'm justified to call that person a house N-word too, because to me, that is a house N-word. Like, you guys don't understand the slippery slope you allow by giving white people the justification to use the N-word. But a lot of you do not care about that because you care more about the acceptance of white people than you care about pertaining to the black community. Because please tell me how this is beneficial to black people to allow a white person to call a black person a house N-word. Like I said before, I don't care if you're affiliated with ICE or a cop. There is no justification for a white person to call a black person a house N-word, okay? And if you think it's okay for them to do it, you're a fucking coon.
99.9% of the time, it is wrong for a white person to call a black person the N-word, but we may have found the exception.
Black leftists are never beating the Coon allegations because what the fuck do you mean a white person is justified in calling a black person a house N-word? I don't give a fuck if a black person is an ICE or a police officer. There is no justification for a white person to be calling him a house N-word. Do you not know how much of a slippery slope that?
All right. So what do y'all think? We got some more for y'all. Don't worry about it.
That kind of energy, where we should rip people apart from their families.
Are you a man?
Wow.
Wow, is that a question?
Wow.
Okay.
How do you feel about ripping people from their families?
Does that feel good?
Fucking house nigger.
Sir, I need to move.
Fucking house nigger working for the fucking KKK.
What's wrong with you people?
Why are you calling a woman a man?
Sir,
I mean, what kind of a guy does that?
House nigger.
Yeah, that is wild. See how fast these people go from being the most tolerant among us to literally calling a black ICE agent the N-word, the hard R and everything. And to a certain degree, he was trolling him too, because Obviously, the person that he's talking to is not a woman like they say that they are. But it's just hilarious to me that people like this want to pretend like they love immigrants so much and they're so tolerant, and anything that you're trying to do to get them out of a country is being racist. But they are the first ones to literally call this guy a house N-word. That is ridiculous. So next time you see a bunch of protesters out there on the street, keep in mind that they don't care that this person's black or this person's Hispanic. They don't like that. They only care about your beliefs. And the second that you are off the plantation, the second you don't agree with them in every single way, they will be the first ones to call you every racist slur in the book.
And you better know it, Jack. And so that's what I find interesting. You have so many black folks that will try to disrespect each other because the white person that they like is not the one that you like. And they'll sanction people calling you these racist words and things after they cry bloody murder as if you shouldn't be able to say these things. So it's just kind of weird to me.